So this is my 5th year of my graduate school, and during my graduate school, I figured like many people ignore the importance of the figures in their science. So today I'm here to share my thoughts why I care about the figures and how to make them look better. So first of all, why? So when we read papers, scientific papers, we start from titles and abstracts, and then happily scroll the page all the way down until we see some figures. Oh yes, yeah, because it's just like figure is the first impression of your science. Also, it's very important in your geoscience area because we use a lot of location data. It is better to like draw a figure to tell the whole story in a few seconds instead of like 10 lines of phenomena or something like that. So how? First, tip number 1, use color to pop up. So color is more effective than shape when you want to draw people's attention. However, well, if you want to mix them together, sometimes it's not that good because you see people's eyes can tell the difference. So tip number 2, 3D figures. So 3D figures are very, very attractive. However, sometimes it's a waste of space, and it's very hard to do related comparison of 3D figures as well. How about animations? People love animations. Animation is a powerful way to show transitions, and this is my favorite mean velocity map online. So it grabs a real-time mean velocity data and display it on the map. So people love it because they can use it anytime they like. However, the major drawback of the animations is very hard to do comparison. So let's play a game here. Try to tell the difference between these two. I can find maybe 2 maximum. So how about now? Even I pointed them out, but I believe it's much easier. So it's much easier to do comparison using side-by-side view. So if like scientists want to show the readers the difference between time frames, it's better to take a snapshot instead of like showing the whole movie to the readers. So how about colors? Let's pick the right color. So color can be grouped into 3 categories: color hue, color saturation, and color luminance. Because in color hue, each color is very different. So it's very easy to represent categorical data using color hue. But for the older data, luminance and saturation are better choices. People love rainbow color maps because who don't like rainbows? They are attractive, they are just beautiful. However, it hurts your science because in rainbow color maps, it has low resolution, so it can display the details in your data. And it's not linear, so it shows the data don't exist in your data at all. So it just hurts. So in my example, I have like 12 observations and 58 models. So I need to calculate the difference between each observation and each model. So I have a total of 696 numbers need to plot. How to plot these numbers in such a way that I can show what's the difference between the observations and the models, and what's the trend, how these models fit the data. So the traditional way to do that will be, okay, I will do bar charts. So for each model, I have plotted the difference between each observations and this model. That means I have to take a look at 58 bar charts. This is something going to make you hate the research at all. So I use this instead. So in this figure, the first axis is the model axis, and the following axis are the observation axis. So what it means is, for example, I have model 5. It starts from the model 5, and then the difference between this model and the first observation is shown in the second axis. So that's the following. So in such a way, I can plot all my 600 numbers in one figure. So it's going to show very soon. It looks like a little messy at first, but we can sort it out. So first of all, we can move observations. So it is very easy to find any similarities between the observations. And secondly, we can also filter out like the models we're especially interested in. So if we're only interested in these models, we can observe, okay, how these models fit the observations. And also, I can reverse the order of the axis to study the data better. So I have 2 main parameters in my data, the velocity and the thickness. So using different color patterns, I know, okay, the velocity didn't matter because it looks like a mass. However, the thickness does matter because you can see the trend of the colors. So this is how figures help me about my research. And I believe people understand that the less time people spend understanding their research, the more time they can actually think about it. That's all. Thank you very much.